evolution of flight in insects. I'm going to start off with a small video.
Have you ever wondered why some insects fly while others travel by land? Or maybe you're trying to figure out how they manage to survive the many challenges that our planet has faced over the millions of years? To understand insect flight, we have to briefly cover flight in man. Quickly being able to travel a long distance is one of the driving forces for the use of planes in humans. It only makes sense that insects develop wings for similar reasons, but also for reasons of their own. To them, we say thank you for the many plants that continue to grow thanks to their pollination. Today, I explore one of the greatest changes to occur on our Earth, where insects go from dominating the Earth's ground to taking flight in the sky.
So winged insects appeared about 350 years ago in the fossil record. They were appearing around the time that terrestrial plants were evolving, Earth was changing, everything was coming about. According to the 1K Insect Transcriptome Evolution Project, it says that during insect evolution and the evolution of flight, it was occurring when terrestrial land and terrestrial plants were stabilizing on Earth. The need for wings came about because the plants were getting taller and the insects needed to get up here. And the only way that they could do that without wings was crawling up and then jumping off. So as they grew, the animals would be able to climb to the top, but they would jump off, and slowly they were developing the flapping technique that would become flying. So the ability of flight gives insects the resources that they need. It helps with pollinating different plants and making trips long distances. So, winged insects are classified by the kingdom Animalia, phylum Arthropodia, the class Insecta, and the subclass Pterygata. Pterygata meaning wings like pterodactyl. In the subclass Pterygata, there's Exopterygata, and there's Endosterygata. Exopterygata is wings that develop externally like grasshoppers and crickets, and Endoterygata was wings developed internally like butterflies and go through metamorphosis. So the insects do undergo metamorphosis, either complete or incomplete. In incomplete metamorphosis, there are 3 different life cycles where the eggs hatch and they become nymphs, and then the nymphs eventually develop into adults. The nymphs will go through stages called instars, where they shed different layers until they reach adulthood and have wings. But in complete metamorphosis, they go through the egg stage, the larva stage, pupa stage, and then into an adult, like when a butterfly goes into a cocoon and then hatches and is an adult. So all insects have the same basic layout. They have the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. They're also invertebrates, which means they don't have a backbone, and they have an exoskeleton, which is the hard covering on the outside of the body. They also have 3 pairs of legs and then 2 pairs of wings. So there are numerous hypotheses for why insects develop wings, but scientists haven't really set their mind on one of them, but I'm just going to talk about 3 that they're pretty into. The first one is called excite-indite hypothesis, in which the wings form from the lateral sides of the leg region of the animal, so it would be like right here on the bottom part of the thorax. This was first explained by Kukalova-Peck in 1978, but then Truman in 1989 says that state says that the the endite and the exite parts of the insect both fuse together in order to form the wings. This hypothesis is the most accepted because of the fossil evidence. It actually has evidence to go with it. The epicopsal hypothesis is that they were arrived from aquatic ancestors and that the wings formed from the tracheal gills, which were used in respiratory, but they were soon modified for movements. And then the last one is the perinodal hypothesis, which says that the wings derive from the perinodal lobes, which are in the thorax. And if, according to this one, they would have to develop the wings before they develop the muscular and nervous system in the wings. There isn't much evidence in the fossil record because of how small insects are, and they are unlikely to fossilize, so they can't really, the fossils of the insects can't really be studied. However, but yeah, so there's not much fossil evidence, but there is evidence in the insects that they see now. That's how they get most of their information on the evolution. So, the wings of insects are really veiny, and you can like see the nerves in them. And all insects, their wings are in the thorax. So there's nothing in the abdomen, nothing coming from their head. It's going to be their thorax. Most insects are winged. That's something I learned. But if you can't really see this, but all of these have wings. And then there's a few species that don't have wings. I think that's it. Any questions?
So do all winged insects form a clade? Like, was there only one branch, or did wings evolve separately a couple of times?
They think it just evolved once.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I didn't find any information that said multiple, and I think I did see one thing that just said they just evolved once. So
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
So it went from being like walking insect to like a flying.
Yeah,
So-
because like when the way they explain this is really like it makes sense in your head. They would have to climb up all the way to like the top, and then they would just jump down to get down. So eventually they just kind of like tried to move and like settle themselves down. So yeah.
So since they didn't have any like fossil records, there wasn't like an intermediate, like it went straight from like, I mean there had to have been, but they don't have any like record.
They don't have any records in between not having wings and then having wings.
All right. Thank you very much.